Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our virtual classroom. I want to go over a few examples of how to use benchmark percents to figure out any whole percentage for any given number. What do I mean by that? Well, in one of our problems in one of our assignments, for example, this is number 5A, we see that we are being asked what is 27% of $84. What is 27% of $84? Now, immediately what I notice here is that $84 is our 100%. That is our full amount or our original amount. So let's go ahead and create our double number line. So I'm going to do this over here, up here actually. So let's just go ahead and do this up here. And I encourage you to do so on your notebook as well. And remember that over here on the side, we have our 0%, so that's nothing. And then over here, we have our 100%. And let's go ahead and fill this in. So once again, our 100% is $84, right? $84. All right, well, let's start splitting it. So our 50% is going to be half of the 100%. So what's half of 84? Well, 84 divided by 2 is going to be 42. So that's our 50%, right? Let's find our 25%, which 25%, guys, will always be half of the half of the 50%. So 42 divided by 2 is going to be 21. $21 is 25% of 84. Our 10% we'll always be taking our 100%, which is 84, which is 84.0, and moving the decimal one time. So that's going to be $8.04, $8.40, sorry, 8.4, which $8.40, right? 8.4, 8.40. Our 1% will be taking that decimal not only one time, but two times. So that's going to be 84 cents. 84 cents is 1% of $84. And our 5 is going to be 8.4 divided by 2, which is going to be 4.2. 4.2 or $4.20. That's our 5%. I know it's a little cluttered, but hopefully that at least gives you some understanding of where I'm getting these numbers from. All right, so if we need to get to 27%, guys, 27, notice, is actually the same thing as taking your 25% and combining that with 1% and then combining that with another 1%, because 25 plus 1 plus 1 is 27. So let's see if I can find those here. Well, the 25% is $21, so it's going to be $21. Our 1% was 84 cents, so it's going to be 0.84. Notice that I am lining up the decimals because I need to add these together. So that's $21, 21.00. 84 cents would be 0.84, and another 1% is another 0.84. So now, guys, all I need to do is combine these together. Well, 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. We bring the decimal straight down. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus nothing is 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, 27% of $84 would be $22. Let me put the dollar sign. $22.68. There it is. Simple as that. Simple as that. As long as you split your benchmark percentages, you can use those to build up to whatever percentage you need to actually get to. Let's try one more, and I'll try to be a little cleaner with this one. Let's go ahead and find, give me a second. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. Let's find 43% of 116. 43% of 116. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with our double number line. So let me make my double number line up here. So here's my double number line. Okay, and let's begin with 100%. So 100%. 100% of 116 is 116. Okay, let's go ahead and split that in half. Half is about right here. So 50%, which is half. 50% of 116 is 116 divided by 2. If you don't know what that is, then work it out. 116 divided by 2. 2 goes into 1, 0 times 2 goes into 11. 5 times, because 2 times 5 is 10. Remainder of 1, bring down the 6, and 2 goes into 16. 8 times exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, half of 116 is 58. Makes sense? That's our 50%. Let's continue. Half of the half, so our 25%. 25% of 116 is going to be half of the 50%. So I'm going to take 58, divide that by 2, and that's going to be, you see, 25 is half of 50, 26, 27. I can't even think right now. Let's just do it. 58. So I know it's one of those days. So 2 goes into 5 twice. So that's going to be a remainder of 1. There we go. It's 29. And that's going to fit 9 times, because 2 times 9 is 18. So 29 is half of 58. I could have easily done that. All right. So now the 10%. Again, we take 116, move the decimal over 1 time, is going to be 10% is going to be 11.6. Again, all I did is I took 116, and it's the same thing as 116.0, right? And I took the decimal, moved it over 1 time. So it's going to be 11.6, $11.60, since we are working with money. All right. Next we have, let's do the 5%, which is going to be half of that. So let's go ahead and divide 11.6 divided by 2. That's going to be 5.8. 5.8. And the 1% will have been, so this is 5%, and the 1% will be taking the 100%, which is 116, move the decimal not only 1 time, but twice. So it's going to be $1.16. $1.16. Now I can use these percentages, guys, to build the percentage that I'm looking for. So in this case, we're looking for 43%. 43%. And 43%, if you think about it, there's multiple ways of doing that, but I'm going to do, let's do 25% plus 10%. So now I'm at 35 plus 5%. Now I'm at 40%, and then add 3 of the 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. So 25% was 29. So it's going to be 29. 10% was 11.6, or $11.60. Okay. 5% was $5.80. Because 5.8 is 5.80. And then 1% is $1.16. $1.16 and $1.16. So is this tedious? A little bit, but is it really hard? Not really. We're just adding, and adding is not difficult, is it? So now all I have to do, guys, is add all of these numbers up. Be careful as you're adding them up. Make sure that everything is lined up. Double check it if you need to. And having added them together, you would find what 43% of 116 is. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I hope you found this video helpful. And with that in mind, I will see you next time.